What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and it is free to play Friday. It's been a very long week for me. I haven't really had much time to get into any content at all this week, so kind of looking forward to just sitting back, making a video, having a little fun with the free to play account. We're here in Clan Boss. We just finished up a key. We got 28 seconds until our next key here. Unfortunately, today is Spirit Clan Boss, which is actually my worst affinity on Ultra Nightmare. And I've been trying out Helicath, and unfortunately he's not been very impressive yet on Clan Boss for some odd reason. I'm really not sure what it is, but he gives me a little bit extra survivability, but the damage from my other champions just doesn't really come into play too much. So I haven't really been able to do much with him yet. He's only level 43, of course. We've just started working on him. Put him in some gear just to kind of get him going. But where he was very, very helpful is we actually were able to finish Demon Spawn Faction Wars the other night when it was open. It did take a very long time to do 21. It took about 17 minutes. I'll put the screenshot up of the clear of 21. We did it on the first try, which was pretty cool. So we're really getting pretty close to getting this Faction War thing finished up. You can see we're only 30 stars away from finally getting Lydia, which is going to be really nice. So he was really great in Faction Wars, really solid there. We had no doubt whatsoever that we were going to actually finish the map and get it done, so that was pretty cool. I've actually also tested him out on Nightmare, and he has been able to solo Nightmare 12-3, which is pretty interesting. It's a long time. It's not a very quick time where you'd want to actually do it for XP or anything, but he actually did do pretty good there, which was kind of surprising. But we can go into our champions real quick here. I can kind of show you the build I have for him so far. And I haven't built him yet on my main account. We just have him here. And you can see here he's still missing his neck piece. I don't know if I got anything today doing any spider farming. I'm kind of trying to get a defense or an HP one, and I don't really have anything there to put on me yet. I'm still at level 43. Masteries were coming down, trying to get those finished as well. Been going pretty hard on Minotaur with him this week. And unfortunately, I had to put him in these flat HP gloves, mainly because they did have a little bit of speed and some defense. I was trying to get a little bit of accuracy out of him, but we kind of failed miserably there. He's in a resistance chest with a triple defense roll, because I was thinking about using him for Hydra, so obviously we still got a lot of room to improve the gear. This is more to just get him in some gear, to kind of get him to a point where I could start working him into some teams. He's at almost 4,000 defense already, 186 speed, so not too bad. We've got the 189 resist on him. Obviously that could be a little bit higher, but so far I haven't really been able to do too much with him. We just got to get some better gear and get rolling on that. But pretty cool champion so far, and he's been able to help me out, like I said, with the Faction Wars at the very least, so that was pretty good. While we're in here, let's go ahead and do some dailies. I know we've got a couple daily quests to do here real quick, and I think tonight what we're going to wind up doing is just jumping into do some Doom Tower. Haven't done Doom Tower in a while, since it's a new rotation. It just started yesterday. So I just noticed I have an XP barrel there too. So I got that. I think I got that from during the Helicath fusion, actually. So I was going to use that on him to take him to 60, and then I just decided to level him through Minotaur. Alright, let's do artifact leveling up here. Get that to 4. Get that quest done. So yeah, so it's been a kind of a good week. We've got a couple things done. Like I said, we're getting close on Faction Wars. Still working on Clan Boss as usual. But let's go ahead and jump right into the Doom Tower and see if we can get some keys spent tonight. Alright, you can see here we actually already did the first 10 floors earlier this morning. After the reset, we got the Magma Dragon down pretty easily. So we're just rolling here with our pretty normal crew that we use in the normal Doom Tower. It's pretty much a crowd control with Ninja doing most of the damage, Rosin and Versolf doing a little bit too, but it's pretty easy with this team. You got Sylar with a lot of control. Versolf's got a lot of protection and tankiness. Syl, obviously, with her reviving and her stun. Rosin's in there for turn meter, decreased defense, all kinds of good stuff there. Ninja, of course, a pretty solid kit there too. So this is usually the team I use basically all the way up in normal Doom Tower on a free-to-play account. fairly accessible when you consider it was login champion, fusion champion, login champion, and Sylar is really the only one you might struggle to get, since she is a Void Epic. But she's really good in Dark Elf faction as well. Just a really solid all-around Epic Void champion with Sylar. She's pretty good there, but we shouldn't have any issues. This is probably the easier tower for us to complete, since it does have the original bosses, and it's the one that we were first able to complete. And we got to, I think, somewhere in the 40s or 50s on the hard tower, the rotation before Bommel, so we haven't really done this rotation on hard yet. This will be the first time we try it out. Once we get normal done, I'll probably jump into hard and see how far up we can get. I know there's some really tough waves on the first rotation with Siphi and Rhodos that gave me a lot of trouble on my main account before I was able to beat it a while back, so we may not be able to get quite that high, but I think we should definitely be able to get at least through floor 40 or 50 on the hard tower. Get some rewards at least once we get the normal one down. It's usually what we focus on in the free-to-play, is we try to get the normal Doom Tower done first, and then we go in and try to at least clear a couple floors in the hard tower so we can get some 5- and 6-star gear from those bosses, especially from Scarab King. On this rotation, he's got a really nice set that drops that we try to go for. And then if you have Drexstar, you know, Frost Spider and Nether Spider are pretty easy bosses once you have Drexstar Blood Twin. So that's what we'll be working on this month with Doom Tower. Actually, it's July. It's pretty crazy. It's actually July. The half of the year is gone. Second quarter ended yesterday. So it was a busy day at work because it was the last day of the quarter, and that usually everybody's trying to close their deals and everything before the month rolls over for the budgets and everything. So it's been pretty busy. The weather is still kind of awful. It's just been humid and hot, 90 degrees every day. You know, especially when you got yard work you're trying to get done. Every day they forecast rain and it doesn't rain. So I'm like trying to get this lawn fixed, and you just need some. I mean, you can water it yourself, but it's just not as good as the natural soaking you get from a good rain. So we'd really like to get some rain here. It's been a couple weeks. It's drying things out. The problem is too, it's so humid in the south. It's just it makes it miserable to go outside. Even driving down the street to go to the grocery store, it's just, you got to turn on the AC full blast to drive less than a mile. It's just pretty bad. At least for me. I'm a northern boy. I grew up in the mountains. I like the snow. I like the winter and the fall. Those are my two favorite seasons. So summertime here in the south is not so fun for me. But we're still kind of in the same situation with Raid. I was talking about last week how I haven't really been motivated to make too much content for the game, because there's really just nothing to talk about right now. Obviously, we got the Trunda thing going that's about to start this weekend. We'll be ignoring that completely on this account because there's no point in us doing a summon rush for a skin that we don't have the champion for and a skin that we don't really need. You know, we're in full conservation mode now on this account. We're basically at the point where we were able to do Helicath, which was the first traditional fusion I think on this account I've been able to do because I had a lot of stuff saved up. And that's basically what we're going to do from this point forward. We're not going to be pulling shards on events usually, unless it's just a really good 2x. You know, I'm going to start saving all my sacred shards for fusions because I think getting a guaranteed legendary, having 6 or 7 sacreds to pull on a summon rush is a little bit better than what I'd probably pull anyways. So that's kind of what we did with Helicath, was we just used the sacreds to get the summon rush done. And you know, ancients are pretty easy to come by now that we do have clan boss somewhat figured out. So there it's kind of a question of, do we pull on a 2x? You know, because we still could use a lot of really good legendaries on this account. We're missing quite a few you know, good solid end game legendaries. But at the same time, it's like you almost want to try to get the 150 so you can pull for a guaranteed if they have it. You know, Void Shards, we're still kind of pulling on Void 2x because there's a couple chances we could still, you know, we'd still like to get. But even with Ancients, it's like I'm just kind of looking for a couple of epic champs. Like I would love to be able to get a Seeker finally on this account, but it's, you know, It's how it works sometimes. This account's almost 2 years old. We still don't have a seeker. We're still missing a whole bunch of, you know, what you would consider pretty common epic champions at this point that we don't have yet. This is kind of a fun wave with all these skull crushers. Need Rosin to come out here and hit his buff strip here. This is where you kind of wish, yeah, see that turn meter decrease. I'm going to take this off auto for just a second. And just A1 with Rosin. There we go. Remove that unkillable. That's what we were looking for. Just get cycled through all this stuff. See if you can take that buff off. There we go. See, that's what makes Rosin pretty good, but sometimes you just got to get out there and actually manual it so you can get through it a little bit faster. Hopefully he'll do a decreased turn meter here before these skull crushers take a turn, so we don't have to sit through the unkillable here. And of course not. Alright, let's just do the same thing here, because I don't want to sit through this for another another 2 minutes sometimes. You know how it is on Faction Wars. Sometimes you'll be playing Faction Wars and you walk away from your computer, you come back and it's like 7 minutes later they're still on the same wave because somebody got unkillable and you're just doing turn meter reduction every single time. I think that happened to me on a High Elves once, whatever. The one is that has Paragon. It's like my Lysandra kept draining his turn meter and I'm like, let the poor guy take a turn so he can get to the next map. Same thing can happen, you know, Doom Tower sometimes if you're not paying attention. They'll eventually get through it, but it's just aggravating. You can sit there forever until you get the right RNG from your champs. But it's a pretty easy. We're at the bottom of the normal tower, so it's pretty smooth sailing. Not much to really worry about here. Alright, 20. Who is the boss to know? Our good friend Nether Spider, so we can probably auto this pretty easily. Since we do have Drex. This is what I called Drexstar in the babysitters, basically, on the Nether Spider. Even on Hard Doom Tower, my main account, it's like I just run Drexstar like 4 cleansers, and it's like, just let Drexstar sit there and pound away on the spider, and then everybody keeps the poisons off of him, keeps him healed, keeps him alive. It's just like the easiest strategy for most of the Doom Tower bosses. He's just so good on a lot of them there. I actually do have a champion. Actually, I was talking about not having any content to do, but I'm actually kind of glad it's this rotation of Doom Tower, because I do have an epic champion that I want to use on Nether Spider and see if she's any good. Because she kind of benefits from getting debuffed, so I want to try her out and see if she can nuke the Nether Spider, maybe. She's a single target, big damage, epic champion. I'm not going to spoil it yet because I'd like to try to work on it a little bit before I talk about it too much more. But it's gonna be, that'll at least give me something to work on the main account. I guess when we got Clan vs. Clan next week. Got a few other things, a few other champions. I gotta work on Helicath on my main account too, so we'll see what happens. Alright, that was a pretty quick time. 240,000 silver. Is that the floor reward for him? I thought it was actually, you got something better than that. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it was crafting materials. Chicken? Oh, I don't know. Alright, let's see what the secret room is here. Banner Lords. Alright, this should be pretty easy. Got, Banner Lords is one of my stronger factions, actually, so this should not take too long. I gotta finish. I keep saying this every time I play, but it's like I've got to finish working on Sathalia. She's just been sitting there. She's not even fully ascended. It's kind of funny. I've had her forever. I just haven't really worked on her much. Probably need to redo her gear. Such a good champion that I just have sitting there. We'll get slammed through this secret room here. I think we're on to Dark Kale here. We're starting to work on him a little bit, so be a fun champion to get for this account. Some of the debuff extension. But these guys should be able to get through this pretty easily here. But yeah, guys, let me know what you're working on in Raid right now, because like I said, it just seems like the game's in a bit of a lull right now. I've actually been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 lately. I used to play Raid like all the time, every single day. And it's like every night now I've pretty much been just no-lifing Final Fantasy 14. I'm trying to catch up to some of my friends at the end of the game, but yeah, Raid's kind of like just get on now, do dailies, log off. It's just not really a whole lot going on. Alright, Dark Kale. Okay, we're actually a third of the way to Dark Kale. That's pretty cool. And we got some silver keys, so that is kind of fun there. Cool. Alright, so that's the Doom Tower. We'll come back in and run those silver keys later. I'm not sure what else we want to do. If we want to do some arena. I think I'm actually on the 3v3 quest now where I have to spend all the... I have to spend like 15,000 coins in the bazaar. So that's going to be fun. Some pretty easy arena matches here, maybe. Close out on real quick. We're getting around the 15-minute mark. It's usually when I like to stop these now, just to kind of not have them running too long. It seems like the shorter videos also seem to hold people's attention a little bit better. Look at all these solo arbiters. Thank you to these people for giving us some easy arena battles tonight. We'll do this one here real quick. And I think this is actually going to do it for the video, guys. Just wanted to get on and run a little bit on the free-to-play account, which we're still working on. We're kind of waiting to see what the next fusion is going to be. I imagine it'll probably get announced pretty soon. We usually get one a month, and we're going into July, so kind of just hanging around, waiting to see what that's going to be. Wait to see if we're going to be able to do that one. Hopefully it's going to be a good champion. In a faction we need some help in, maybe Shadowkin or something like that. Who knows? But we'll kind of keep an eye out and see what's going on with that. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you have any questions about anything that you saw in the video, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.